Hello Year 7. So, in this presentation, I will outline to you one of the options for your summer project. And this project reviews the year as a whole and whether or not it has been a year of seismic change. So let's have a look at the project title specifically. This project title falls under the category of 2020, a year of seismic change in general, and as you'll be aware from the other projects, you can take on a specific topic from this year, or you might want to go for a title like this. 2020 has been a year of seismic change. What change do you think has been the most significant and why? So let's break this down together. Firstly, seismic means of enormous proportions. That means, has 2020 been a year of huge change? Then you need to think about which change you think has been the most significant and why. And if we look at the definition of significant, what we mean is it to be of great importance. To involve yourself within this project means a few things. Firstly, you will receive 25 credits for submitting this project. Also, there are other prizes that are on offer to take part. And finally, and most importantly I believe, doing a project of this type can expand your awareness of the world. By taking independence in your own research and starting to review what is happening in the world, particularly this year, you will expand your cultural capital. This is enormously beneficial for you, not just in your studies, but in your everyday well-being and rounding of a person. It's fantastic to be able to have such an extensive knowledge of events in the world, and particularly events that you believe have made a difference. Other things to know about this project. You'll be marked on your effort, content and creativity. In total, the project should take you between 8 to 10 hours to be fully formed. Also, don't be afraid to think outside the box. We welcome all forms of creativity, and particularly because one of the marking criteria is based upon this, the more unique your idea, the better. Don't be afraid to go for something a little bit different. Okay then, so now you might be thinking, I'm interested, so how do I approach this project? Here is a step-by-step guide that I recommend to getting started. The first thing you want to do is start to research the year and the big events that have happened in it. I'll give you some information on this PowerPoint to be able to help you with that research. Once you've done that, I believe the next step is to decide which event you do feel has made a big change. When that's been selected, you can start to research this topic in depth. From that then, you want to decide how you want to present your project. There are ideas on the next few slides to help you with this. Next, you need to start to plan your stages of building your project to a finished piece. This might be the consideration of materials if it's something physical that you're going to use, or physically drawing up a plan if it's an essay form that you would like to take. Finally, you will then be in a position to start to prepare your masterpiece. The planning element is really important to get this project right. Don't jump the gun and go too far ahead. Take your time, prepare. I have designed the next few slides to help you if you are interested in writing. If you enjoy writing and would like to present your project in this way, the next few slides give you a few ideas as to how you can present your project in a written format. The first idea is essay form. If you're keen on presenting your project in the form of an essay, there's a proposed structure beneath to help you gather your ideas. Firstly, use the project title as the essay question. Then you can form an introduction that outlines your overall viewpoint, particularly thinking about the idea of change and which event or moment or movement you think has formed a change. The body of your essay can be 4 to 5 main ideas, and then you can conclude with an overall summary of your thoughts. I've provided some sentence starters here if you choose to follow that structure outlined. These will help you develop your essay. If you enjoy writing, but more from a creative aspect, then maybe a poem or a short story will be the one for you. Perhaps you could create a short poem or story that concludes the change you believe has been the most significant. To help you with this, you should pick a title for your poem or story, start to plan what plot, characters or voice you want to include, and then draft and edit accordingly based upon your research. I've given some suggestions there of what types of poems you could use, and as a challenge, why not use a sonnet? Perhaps there might be a moment in 2020 that you have adored, and because sonnets typically follow the form of a love poem, this might be a really challenging and engaging way to present your ideas. Alternatively, you might more enjoy the aspect of transactional writing. If so, maybe a letter, speech or article is the way for you to present your project. You might want to create an article with headline news that informs the public why you believe this change has been significant. Or perhaps a speech would be appropriate to deliver to your peers about the biggest change of 2020. It could even be a letter that you write to people informing them of the change. There are sentence starters for each one to help you. If you prefer a visual way of presenting things, the next few slides will outline ideas as to how you can present your project in a more creative format. If you really enjoy drawing or painting, then designing an image of how you believe this change that you have picked has been significant might be the project title for you. Once the research is gathered, consider how this will look on the page. Then you're able to draft a design and build it based upon all the facts and information that you have. Remember, the picture doesn't have to be the impact of the change. It could be the beginning, the duration, or the end of it. You just need to decide how you want to visually present the ideas that you have. Alternatively, perhaps photography is something that you are interested in. If so, you might want to implement this into your project. You could collect images from the different media outlets that have reported on the event or change that you wish to review. Or, additionally, you might want to take your own images so that you can showcase your viewpoint. You might want to use friends and family to role-play situations that you want to capture. All of these as well could be combined to form a mood board, which you can also use words, colours, and anything else you want to add to convey the impact of the event. Or it might be you wanting to convey the mood and the feeling that this change has had on you. You might feel restricted to something 2D. If so, why not bring your ideas to life with a 3D model forming a sculpture? Once you've undertaken your research, then you might decide on how you'd like this to appear visually. Then you need to find the materials you need to form your masterpiece. To simplify the complex issues you may face if you choose this type of project, pick a moment that you want to capture and create this in your model form. I've provided a link from YouTube as to how you use paper mache as a strong material to help form with this. The next bit of advice is going to help you if you are tech savvy. If you find that you're more skilled in your use of technology, these suggestions might be really useful for your project. A PowerPoint presentation might be the option for you. If you do want to be digital, then this might be a way to present your argument. Once your research is complete, you can collate the most important pieces of information that you want to use to prove what you feel. Images, video clips, text can all be used to support your presentation. And, just like me, you might want to record over each slide so that you can talk your way through your project. This might help you form a stronger argument. Additionally, a video might be for you. If you are still interested in the digital way to present your project, maybe a video montage would be a best fit. You can collate photographs, texts, video clips and anything you want in addition that you would like to use and edit all of these together. Or you might want to film yourself presenting your ideas as to why you believe the event was significant. This could almost be in a news report style, and you might be able to use the video to convey your ideas like a developing news story. I've provided a number of different apps that you can use to make and edit videos that are really straightforward and free. So as I suggested at the beginning of this presentation, I think the first steps you need to take is the research element. That's why I've left this till the end of the PowerPoint, so that you can finish, listen to what I have to say, and then go away and start your research. Here's a reminder of our project title. 2020 has been a year of seismic change. Which change do you think has been the most significant and why? So what we want to start to do then is think about the year of 2020 and where that change has been relevant. Here are some great places to start. The internet. I would firstly suggest using the Wikipedia page for 2020 events to start your research. It lists all of the enormous things that have happened in 2020 in chronological order. You can start to look through and remind yourself of what has taken place this year. In addition to that, you might want to use Twitter, Facebook or Instagram to search for stories using the hashtag. I've provided a video below of how you use a hashtag. This could be a really quick way to find more information on the event you would like to look into. Finally, I've given you a YouTube video as a starting point too. This basically summarises the main events of 2020 as well. These ideas should be your starting point. Once you've got the bedrock of your project, the idea, the change that you really want to explore, the next slide should help you with this. So, if from your initial point of research, some of these events were what you were intrigued in, then some resources here might be extra addition for your research. I've provided an article that focuses on how the world has changed since the global pandemic. But this article doesn't just look at the health implications, it looks at all of the different ways in which change is relevant. Perhaps in your research you were intrigued by the Australian forest fires and what they've done to the world. Again, this article starts to review how this has impacted people in so many ways and the environment. Maybe you've been intrigued in the event of George Floyd's death and the change that people are striving for. In this video, it outlines why people are protesting and what changes they do want to happen. This could be a project idea where you review if those changes have been undertaken. And finally, I've picked something really relevant in the world at the moment. In Hong Kong, there are protests being taken in the last few days, in the last few weeks, all around people there and what they are unhappy with. I've provided a video here that reveals the nature of why these people want change. All of these are big events that I believe have demonstrated a huge change, a seismic change in 2020. Do you agree with any of these? Perhaps you do, or perhaps you've got your own ideas. If you're still unsure of your project direction, I have provided a list of images here. All of these link to the year 2020. It might be that you use one of these images as your inspiration, or these images might spark your imagination to think and consider something different. Either way, they might be of use to you in getting started. From my point of view, 2020 has been a time for change. Your goal in this project is to review whether that seismic change has been significant and what impact you think it's had on the world. Good luck presenting your project. We are so excited to see how it unfolds, and I can't wait to see what ideas you come up with. Goodbye.
We have got some incredibly exciting summer homework projects planned for you guys. So there are 2 projects available for each year group, one under the heading of STEM and the other a year of seismic change. It's really important that you answer one question from each of these projects. When you go onto our website and have a look at some of these questions, you will find they are incredibly interesting and provide you with an opportunity to research and create some fantastic project ideas. You will be wondering how your projects will be marked. So in September, form tutors will mark each project based on the following criteria: effort, content and creativity. They will award a grade 1 to 4 in each category, with 1 being outstanding. Just want to give you a few top tips on how you can achieve an outstanding grading in each of these. It's really important that as part of your research that you do for each of these projects, that you show that you have gone above and beyond. Present your work in a creative and unique way to catch the attention of your audience, and think about the content that you include within each project. It's really important that the content that you include answers the question that has been set to you. For every grade 1 you achieve, your name will be entered into a prize draw. There's a separate prize draw for each category: effort, content, and creativity. And if you get a grade 1 in all three, you will have the chance to enter a fourth prize draw. So to the best bit then, how will you be rewarded? So for completing each project, you will receive 25 credits from your form tutor. So 25 credits for the STEM project and 25 credits for completing a year of seismic change project. So in total, by completing these two projects, you will be eligible for 50 credits come September. That is equivalent to a bronze certificate. In addition to the 50 credits, there's a fantastic opportunity here for you to win an Apple iPad. Now, there are 4 prize draws available to you depending on the grading you secure on effort, content, and creativity. If your form tutor awards you with a grade 1 for any of the 3 categories, your name will be entered into the prize draw for these. Additionally, if you achieve a grade 1 in effort, content, and creativity, all 3 criteria, your name will be entered into a 4th prize draw as well, increasing your chances of winning an iPad. Both projects will be marked separately, therefore there is an opportunity here for your name to be entered 8 different times. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact your academy by the info@ email address. We are incredibly excited about these projects and cannot wait to see the work that you produce. And most importantly, we can't wait to welcome you back in September.